Review, 2015 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG GT Final Edition. What's new for 2015? The SLS AMG GT rides off into the sunset, as it's set to be replaced by the 2016 AMG GT. Only 350 examples of the final edition will be offered worldwide, and it receives a few cosmetic flourishes to distinguish itself from the previous year. Introduction. When the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL debuted in the early 1950s, it caused quite a stir with its gull-wing doors and racy breed performance. Some 60 years later, Mercedes revived that spirit in the form of the SLS AMG. With breathtaking power from a burly V8 tucked beneath a seemingly endless hood, the SLS was an instant hit. But after a 5A run, the SLS is headed to retirement. For its last hurrah, the 2015 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG GT receives the final edition moniker, along with special leather upholstery, carbon fiber exterior elements and unique wheels. Only 350 final edition examples will be made available worldwide. Mechanically, the SLS AMG GT Final Edition is identical to the previous year's car. It's offered as either the coupe or as a convertible, both of which are powered by a hand-built 6.3-litre V8 engine that churns out an impressive 583 horsepower. Straight-line performance is awe-inspiring, but when it comes to handling, the SLS is demanding and tricky, even for the most seasoned of drivers. Inside, the SLS has always featured a sporty interpretation of the luxurious Mercedes interior. The two-seat cabin is covered in top-notch materials that are as enticing to the eyes as they are to the touch. Racy-inspired carbon fiber and simulated suede trim elements further enhance the experience. As the last of the breed, the 2015 SLS AMG GT Final Edition will certainly have no shortage of wealthy suitors lining up to purchase one. For the price, however, there are other exotic coupes and roadsters that may also be considered. The all-new 2015 McLaren 650S and 2015 Lamborghini Huracan are fresher options alongside mainstays like the Aston Martin Vanquish, Bentley Continental GT Speed and Ferrari 458 Italia. But for the sheer theatre and fury that supercars of this ilk provide, the 2015 SLS AMG GT Final Edition is still one of the best for making a grand entrance or getaway. Body styles, trim levels, and options. The 2015 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG GT Final Edition is available as either a two-seat coupe with those unique gull-wing doors or as a roadster with conventional doors. Standard features include alloy wheels, 19-inch up front and 20-inch for the rear, an exposed carbon fiber hood, front splitter and fixed rear spoiler, a limit-slip differential, adaptive suspension dampers, Bixen and headlights, LED running lights, keyless ignition entry, auto-dimming and power-folding mirrors, a blind spot monitoring system, front and rear parking sensors and a rear-view camera. On the inside you'll find dual-zone automatic climate control, heated 8-way power front seats with power lumbar and bolster adjustments, driver memory settings, leather upholstery, the command electronics interface, Bluetooth, voice control, a navigation system and a 6-speaker sound system with a 6th changer, satellite radio, an iPod interface and auxiliary and USB audio jacks. The SLS AMG Roadster adds a 3-layer power-folding soft top, a removable wind deflector and the air scarf neck level heating system. Options include several different forged alloy wheels, carbon ceramic brakes, various carbon fiber exterior and interior trim pieces, AMG Performance Media onboard telemetry that displays performance data and lap times on the command screen and an 11-speaker Bang & Olufsen surround sound audio system. A variety of optional AMG design packages offer numerous interior color combinations, upgraded leather and carbon fiber or aluminium trim on the dashboard and center console. Powertrains and performance. Powering the rear-wheel drive 2015 SLS AMG GT is a 6.3-litre V8 engine that produces 583 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. A 7-speed dual-clutch automated manual mounted over the rear wheels is the only available transmission. In testing, the Roadster version sprinted to 60 miles per hour in only 4.0 seconds. Fuel economy is understandably poor, with the EPA estimating only 15 miles per gallon combined 13 city 19 highway for either the coupe or convertible. But most other rival sports cars are similar. Standard safety features for the SLS AMG GT include anti-lock disc brakes, stability and traction control, side airbags, side curtain airbags. The Roadster substitutes these with taller side airbags, knee airbags and a blind spot monitoring system. Also standard is Mercedes-Benz SLR emergency telematics system, which includes automatic collision notification, stolen vehicle location assistance, alarm notification, remote lock and lock and a variety of other app-based services. In testing, an SLS AMG GT Roadster with the standard brakes stopped from 60 miles per hour in 113 feet, which is longer than normal for this class of car. In previous testing, a 2011 SLS AMG Coupe with a carbon ceramic brakes stopped from 60 miles per hour in an exceptionally short 98 feet. Interior design and special features. Style has its price, and that's made evident with the SLS AMG GT Coupe's famous gull-wing doors. The door opening itself is fairly generous, but the wide dorsal forces passengers to slide awkwardly over it to reach their seats. Closing the doors also requires a long vertical stretch to reach. The Roadster's doors are conventionally hinged, though not nearly as cool. The SLS's interior leads most to assume that Mercedes-Benz pulled out all the stops for this special undertaking. Nearly every panel is covered in flawless leather or carbon fiber, while the diamond-stitched upholstery lends a flashy but classy impression. Switchgear is typical for current Mercedes vehicles, with a sturdy and upmarket look and feel. Both body styles suffer from compromised outward visibility, though the Roadster's small rear window and reduced headroom further obscure the view. The triple-layer fabric top does stow in a quick 11 seconds, though. The sporty seats offer an abundance of lateral support, yet are comfortable enough over long distances, but road tripping is limited by the small 6 cubic foot trunk capacity. It takes some wrestling, but a set of golf clubs or small suitcases can fit. Driving impressions. The 2015 SLS AMG GT Final Edition elicits a wide variety of emotions from drivers. In straight-line acceleration, startled excitement easily takes over seasoned pilots as they air up into the seatbacks. The massive V8 engine roars with uncommon bravado, and a quick cough and thud accompany every gear shift. In the everyday commute, the SLS is reasonably well-mannered, though its abruptness does take some getting used to. By supercar standards, it's one of the more comfortable choices for longer distances. With the suspension and drive settings and comfort modes, it is far more willing to smooth over ruts and bumps. We were lucky enough to spend nearly a year with an SLS AMG Roadster as part of our long-term test fleet. At the end, we were so impressed that it earned a coveted rating. But when the road begins to bend, the SLS's shortcomings become apparent. The combination of abundant torque and abrupt handling characteristics at the limit make it a handful in hard cornering. Disabling the traction and stability controls is a task best left to the brave or foolhardy. It feels more like a beast tugging at its chain rather than a balanced and athletic supercar, and has a tendency to terrify drivers and passengers alike. In any case, the 2015 SLS AMG GT Final Edition is inspiring to drive and a fitting send-off to the model. Of course, Mercedes-Benz wouldn't simply sunset the SLS without a proper successor, and the 2016 AMG GT might not be as theatrical as the SLS, but it promises to be a sharper performer at a significantly lower price.
Yeah.